There are many colors that make up a person's skin and give a fleshy appearance. Since you've taken the time to mix all of these different colors, apply them carefully. Think about adding pieces of colors or almost building a mosaic rather than blending the colors all together. It can be tempting to kind of lay down a foundation color and then build on top of it. But I really try as much as possible to put the right color in the right place immediately. If I were to lay down a foundation layer of color, then I'd be putting colors in places where they shouldn't go, where they would be inaccurate in that location. So I try to pick and choose from the colors I've mixed and place them where needed, and then soften them or blend a little bit if necessary. Keep the blending to a minimum, and this will help keep your colors vibrant and clear and create the illusion of skin. Remember to stand back frequently so you can see how it starts to click together. All of these little mosaic pieces of paint can sometimes look a bit disruptive up close, but with a bit of space, with a bit of distance, they click together and create this beautiful illusion. Depending on the color of your underpainting, it might make some of the colors in the first pass look inaccurate as you start to apply them. Here I'm using an underpainting of Old Holland Transparent Red Oxide, which is a fairly vibrant high chroma color. Most of the skin colors will look quite dull and gray when compared to this color. When starting on the first pass or the first layer of mixed paint, it's easy to second guess those colors because they start to look really off and just kind of dull next to this underpainting. Trust what you've mixed though, and wait until the underpainting is fully covered to make any major color adjustments. Generally, when choosing an underpainting color, I like to pick something that is dark so I can create some rich dark values and create sort of a value study with the underpainting alone. Something transparent that allows the white of the ground underneath, so the gesso or oil primer, to sort of shine through and it doesn't cover it. And I like to use something that will make an active contribution to the painting. So a color that I'm not trying to fight or drown out. I like transparent red oxide for this because it gives sort of a vibrancy and a lifelike quality underneath the skin. So if there are any areas where the paint is applied thinly or there's bits of the underpainting showing through, it still makes a positive contribution. Brushwork plays an active part in giving a feel to the painting as well. Now, in general, I prefer to have a more visible brushstroke in most areas, if not all, because that gives a little bit of almost natural skin texture. And also, the light will reflect off of those brushstrokes and just create this nice shimmering effect. I know sometimes people prefer to have no brushstrokes so that the light doesn't reflect off of them. And I totally understand that, but in my mind, the paint and the texture of the paint is an active part of the painting itself and of the painting process. So instead of trying to obliterate those brushstrokes and obliterate the texture, I try to use it deliberately. I don't want the brushstrokes to be repetitive or in a pattern where it flattens the painting or becomes distracting, but I try to have them play an active role. There's no one way to do this. Creating brushstrokes is a very personal thing, and everybody's going to do it differently. In general, though not always, I do try to have the brushstrokes wrap around the form of the figure or the object that I'm painting. So it emphasizes the roundness rather than the two-dimensional shape. Consider your brush choices as well. And again, there's no right and wrong for that. But know that some bristle brushes will create more texture and hold on to more paint, and synthetic or stable brushes will create a smoother texture and use less paint. I think the main takeaway from this particular lesson is to use all of the colors you've mixed. Try putting them in the right place right away, as best as possible, of course. And be mindful of your brushwork. Try to have it play an active role in really communicating that illusion of fleshy skin. Visit NicoleSleethAtelier.com to sign up for the full course or become a member to access all content.